Hi, welcome to week 5 of our How Einstein Would Get Pregnant blog series. This is Joanne Burke-Hyland, founder, co-CEO of Circle and Bloom. We're very pleased to have as a special guest last week Dr. Bernie Siegel, who spent a good half an hour with us talking about the mind-body connection vis-a-vis fertility issues. And we can't thank him enough for his insight, and I just think he's a brilliant mind and resource that we all have. So thank you to Dr. Bernie Siegel for that. What I'd like to cover today is a topic that sort of expanded on some of the things we talked about last week, and that's the emotional side of the mind-body equation. Dr. Bernie Siegel talks a lot about, in his book, Love, Medicine, and Miracles, the exceptional patient, and how he, throughout his experience, found that there was always this segment of his patient population that became what he called exceptional patients. And those were the patients that really were in their doctor's face. They were kind of pain in the ass, and they asked all the difficult questions. They got all the information they needed and, made their own powerful decisions. And that is, I think, always something that you feel in greater control, you have less stress. And so we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about, though, as well, the idea of letting go. Because I think that as well as feeling in greater control, there is a feeling of empowerment at the same time when we can paradoxically let go. Similar to, trying to catch a butterfly and really chasing that butterfly around versus holding open the palm of your hand and having the butterfly simply land on your hand. That's kind of letting go and letting things happen on their own, and knowing sort of finding that trust inside, that trust within, sort of the goals that you establish in your life, that things will happen. And I know that is very difficult to do. And so this idea, and they're very paradoxical, right? On one hand, I'm saying, let's talk about how we can feel in greater control over our trying to conceive process versus letting go. So I think that it's a very interesting way to think about it. We did not just come up with a list of ways you can de-stress, because that, for me, has been done a million times. In fact, we have a few links in our blog post specifically geared to, providing you that information. I didn't find it that interesting to regurgitate, breathing, and, we've done that in the past. So what we've done in this one is take sort of we looked at the root cause of these feelings of stress and the emotions, the emotional roller coaster that we go through. What is the root of those feelings? And that's what I kind of tried to look at, and suggested ways that we can implement these concepts into our day-to-day life, like becoming your own patient advocate, like journaling and letting go to a certain extent at the same time. So please check back. We'll do a full podcast as well as the full blog post like we've done in previous weeks. You can subscribe to our podcast very easily. It'll download right to your iPhone or your iPod Touch or whatever you have by way of technology. Just go to iTunes.com. You can subscribe for free to the Circle and Bloom podcast. I think if you just search on Circle and Bloom, you should find us no problem. And as well as coming to our blog as well, we'll post on Facebook, etc. Please provide me your comments and feedback. We got some great feedback from last week's session with Dr. Bernie Siegel. But your ideas, your suggestions, your examples really will make this a community of ideas, and one that we can all learn from each other. So thank you so much for watching, and check back probably on Monday, October, I guess that's 17th. Okay, thanks so much.